What's up, booger eaters? We have 42 subscribers now, which is an extremely random number, but one that I'm very happy to have. Some of I say our because you guys are part of this. Some of our biggest hits on this channel have been the long range rucksack, long range bug out system. That had a lot of hits, both part 1 and part 2. And the what's in a bug out bag has done over 60 views in the last 24 hours, which I'm sure for a lot of channels is like nothing, not even noteworthy, but for me that's incredible. And we've got over 20 views in less than 24 hours on the first aid kit, so that's really humbling. So to celebrate 42 hours, to celebrate 42 subscribers, I'm going to A, show you these giant shoulders that I've got. No, it's just hot in here. And B, tell you a little story time with T. This is prepper relevant. I had a guy back in the day that wanted me to bury a conex box in his backyard in North Texas, undisclosed location. There is a non-disclosure agreement, and I'm not going to violate it, but I'm not going to really respect it either because this guy turned out to be a total jerk hole. We'll use that word. But long and short, we were contracted to dig a hole in this guy's backyard, pour a concrete pad, drainage, the whole nine. It was below the water table. He was about 200 yards from the... I'm sorry. There's a neighborhood kid trying to hit my kid with a broom out front, and my kid's supposed to be watching the baby. Stand by. Okay. I have oftentimes sent this neighborhood kid home to back across the street. Most notably the time that he somehow got his hands on one of my kids' BB guns and was pointing it at my eldest daughter's head when I walked into the backyard from behind her. That did not end well for him, and nor did it end well for my kids because, we don't keep the BBs with the BB guns, and they know where the BB guns are, but they don't know where the BBs are. But anyway, the fact that they were letting that happen was less than wonderful. And they were treated less than wonderful for a month as a result. However, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about this guy who wanted us to dig a hole. So he was about 300, I'd say 200 to 300 yards, if this thing's still working, maybe 200 yards away from a large body of water. And we were digging below the water table. So we had to put drainage in, 4-inch French drain with a sump pump and not vapor barrier. Come on, guys. The vegetation barrier over the pipe so the roots don't grow into the pipe. Similar to like a septic system. Right, and then we bring a crane in and we set this conex box into the hole. And I'm telling this guy the whole time, this is not what conex boxes are designed for. They're designed for compressive load, pushing down, right? Down this way, not on the sides of the container. This is not good for them. You can't push on them from the side because they crumple. So I'm telling him, and he wanted to save as much money as possible and do the work himself, as much work as possible. So I drew out for him and gave him a materials list. He fancied himself a welder. All of the things that that he needed to do interior to this box, the reinforcement that needed to be done to keep the sides from pushing in once we started pouring concrete up the side. We put 120 yards of concrete around this thing, so it had a 1-foot pad underneath it and 1 foot all the way around and then 1 foot on top. And then we formed out and framed up a ladder well that went from the conex box up through about 8 foot of dirt into the foundation of a metal building foundation on top of it. And the metal building foundation carried a metal building that basically looked like a shop building behind his house that completely hid this underground bunker and allowed us room to, A, there's an excuse to run water and electricity back there, and B, we were able to stub vents out of the roof line that connected through NBC filters back up to the surface that were actually tied to the underground bunker, not the metal shop building. So it was a pretty good plan, other than the fact that this guy was adamant that he had to have this conex box down there. For the amount of concrete that we were pouring, I told him it would just be better to pour tilt walls and set them in there, or just frame up, just do 1 foot thick walls all the way around. We'll water seal them inside and out, push the dirt back, and you'll have a box down there. That's all the conex is doing, is making a box for you. Well, he agreed to do the reinforcement inside the box himself. And we picked the box up and we set it in the hole with I think it was 220-ton crane that we brought in, which we didn't need a crane that big to pick the box. It weighed nothing empty, but the pick radius, the farther you get away from the crane, the more leverage it puts on the end of the boom. And I know the guy that had the crane, and he made me a sweet deal on the crane, so we got a 220. We probably could have got away with a 60-ton crane. Easy. But anyway, put this thing in the hole. Pump truck shows up, and we start pumping concrete all the way around this thing, working in layers, bringing it up to the top. And I had asked the guy, is it reinforced? Oh, yeah, it's reinforced just like you told me. Okay. Set it in the hole, start pouring, right? And the pump truck got there right as the crane was ready to start breaking down, and concrete trucks started showing up 10 minutes after the pump truck got there. Now, you only have 90 minutes from batching time to pour concrete, right? I mean, according to the ASTM, you have 90 minutes. So it's go, 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 go. We got to start getting concrete in this hole before I got to start rejecting these loads. Every load that gets rejected is $1,000 that comes out of my pocket, and it's going to blow the budget on this job, blah, 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 blah. So I never poked my big, fat, ugly head inside the hole into this conex box to confirm what this guy told me about the reinforcement. So we start pouring concrete, and ping, 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 ping. And this stupid booger-eating a-hole had just taken 2x4s and wedged them sideways from here to here, and from here to here, and from here to here, across the inside of the conex box. Did nothing with metal, and then looked at me dead in the eye and lied to me about it. So that conex box significantly deformed, significantly. Had about a 3-foot bulge inward along one side and about 1.5 feet on the other. Nothing to do at that point. Trucks are there, concrete's rolling. And so we stopped everything that had been batched, which at this point was every single load we needed to do the job, and poured it all. And of course the reinforcement over the top held because I did that. But not the reinforcement inside the box. So this guy, this poor schlub, who insisted, because he got a good deal on a conex box, and when I say conex box, I mean shipping container, y'all. Because he saved money on this conex box, I think he got like $1,000 he paid for this 40-foot box, 40-foot high cube, and he refused to listen to me, his contractor. And frankly, I was dumb enough to go along with it. I should have walked. And really, I was just excited to meet another prepper guy that wanted to build a bunker in his backyard. And but I should have known better. So, all's well that ends well. He ultimately got a bunker, but with a big deformation on one side and a smaller deformation on the other. And I got a paycheck. But we weren't exactly best friends after all this went down. And he got a metal building built over the top and the whole nine. And I thought conceptually it was a great idea to hide this bunker underneath this shop building. But I would not recommend putting a conex box or a shipping container below ground. They're not built for it. They are simply not built for it. And I can tell you from experience, they won't even serve as form work for pouring concrete or even compacting dirt around them, because those sides, you cannot side load those sides. It's only in this dimension does it have any compressive strength, right? Not this way. So that's our cool story time with T for this evening. It's the 20th of March. It's about 7:25 p.m. And I just want to say thank you to all the new subscribers. If you're new here, I'm deeply appreciative of having you. Please stick around. Please like, comment, and share. That really helps me. And ultimately, it helps us. If there's something you would like me to do a video on, please let me know. No, I'm not going to tell you what tattoos I have. We'll figure it out. Got an angel right here. And a demon over here. And a whole bunch of other ones. So that's my duality of man. The good side and the bad side. The good and the ugly. Not to get deeply philosophical, but we are all capable of wonderful, wonderful things, and we are all capable of heinous things, and every day we get to make decisions about how we are going to act. Do we feed the devil, or do we feed the angel? So, thank you guys. Thank you very much. I'm happy to have you. This weak adult beverage is to you. Yeah. Yep, that's a White Russian. Yep, I'm okay with it. Come at me, bro. Love you guys. Talk to you later. Bye.